Tyrone is here from South Tahoe Firearms, a new business. Now, you grew up in Lake Tahoe. Mm-hmm. You did like so many people try to do. You said, well, I'm going to go away for a little bit, and now you're back.
Now I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And you went to school here and everything, huh?
Yeah, I did. I graduated South Tahoe High.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say what year.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That's awesome. So, hey, welcome back to Tahoe.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing South Tahoe Firearms to South Lake Tahoe.
You're welcome.
How's the competition?
Up here, I'm really the only gun store in town.
You are the only gun store in town.
There's a couple of guys who are FFLs that can transfer guns. They work out of their homes.
Uh-huh. And when you say FFL, for those out there, you got to remember, this isn't the gun show. That's
a federal firearms license.
Right. Okay.
That gives you the permit to transfer guns.
Mm-hmm. And when we're talking about transferring guns, somebody from out of state, that sort of a thing, or if you want to purchase a gun. And for those maybe that don't understand, will you kind of just break down what it takes to buy a firearm? And obviously it depends on shotgun, long gun, handgun, but what it takes in California to purchase a firearm.
Sure. Well, we are in California, and if you're a California citizen, if you're going to purchase a firearm, you have to do so from a California firearm dealer. Mm-hmm. You can purchase it from out of state, but what happens is whoever you purchase it from has to transfer to a California firearm dealer in order for that transaction to happen.
Right. So part of what goes on, I know, and I've found this moving from the East Coast, growing up, hunting and shooting, and a family, that believed in firearms and the Second Amendment. I'd see these great advertisements for these big gun shows in Reno. Huge. Reno's known for gun shows. Mm-hmm. And you go down there and you look and you say, oh, I want to get this. And then you find out, well, you're a California resident. You're in Nevada. What does someone do? And are you the person that they can use to transfer?
Now, the first thing you have to do is find out if that firearm is legal in California, because Nevada has different laws than California.
Right.
They can have semi-automatic weapons with detachable magazines, what are considered assault rifles in California, which are illegal.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you know what you're buying.
Right.
And then once you buy it, whoever you buy it from over there has to transfer to a California dealer.
Right. But then they could contact you and say, hey, Donovan, I found this handgun down there.
Right.
The next question, I guess, too, is also what's the magazine capacity, right? Because that's an issue?
Yeah, the magazine capacity in California is only 10 rounds.
Jeez. California, get it together. So what's the process then for someone, a California resident watching the show, says, I want to purchase a firearm? It's number 2 on the amendments.
Yeah, it's number 2 on the amendments. It's very important.
Yeah. First one's freedom of speech, and the next one's right to bear arms,
Right to bear arms. What they have to do is just come into the shop, find something that they like. Once they do, if it's a handgun, in California you have to have a handgun safety certificate in order to purchase a handgun. And that consists of a 30-question test. Takes about 10 minutes. Pretty simple, just safety questions. And once they have that, then they can purchase the handgun. You don't need to do that for a long gun, a rifle or a shotgun. Mm-hmm. And then there's a 10-day waiting period in California once you start the transaction.
Is that still called the cool down period, or is that something?
And that's what they call it.
Yeah. And that's one I think even most gun advocates go, hey, that's not a bad thing. Give them a little time, look at the background, let's see what people are doing.
Yeah.
You don't like it? That's okay.
No, I don't, because I think 10 days is a long time.
That's a good point.
And we're one of only maybe 5
states.
Cool
down. I cool down in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Say, like, go to lunch, come back, and the gun will be ready.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
You forget about things pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm like 2 hours. I'm like, what happened? I'm not even mad at you anymore.
Yeah, we're one of only 5 states that has that type of a period.
Yeah.
In Nevada, it takes 20 minutes.
I know. God bless Nevada. Really, you got it. But good for you bringing it to town. I mean, that's to be a firearms dealer in California. I mean, God, you got a lot of fiery hoops to jump through.
It was quite a long process. It actually took 7 months just to get the federal firearm license from the ATF.
Talk about a cool down period. Were you at the end just like, I'm not even that interested anymore? What do you? Oh, that's right. I applied to you guys. Jeez, you said. I thought you forgot about me.
I told my wife, it's a good thing I'm a patient guy. And then she said to me, you're patient?
You gotta be.
I gotta be.
How about, what kind of inventory do you have? And I mean, because I have friends that ask me, said, well, God, I want to protect myself. I want to take advantage of, the rights that our amendment gives us. But I don't know where to get started. I'm afraid. People are afraid. How about finding the proper firearm that they're looking for? And then secondly, to get the instructional stuff that probably you and I both got as children, as kids growing up. There's some real basic fundamental rules that make sure that nothing's ever going to happen that shouldn't happen with a firearm?
Well, yeah, the first thing they need to do is just come in the shop and see what I've got in the shop. I've got a small inventory now, but I continue to grow. I made a small initial investment, got a nice little collection. But,
Handguns, long guns?
Handguns and long guns. And just come in and find what they like. And I've made some contacts here in town, some guys that are NRA certified to do safety classes and training classes and that kind of stuff.
That's good stuff. And then what kind of services too? Are you guys going to do have a gunsmith in there and work on?
That's one thing I'm working on. Actually, right now, since we moved into the new location, I've been so busy I haven't had time to really focus more on that because I really want to get into the gunsmithing and offer that as a service.
Would you personally do that?
Yeah. I would do that myself, and then also do some cleaning if anybody needs the firearms cleaned.
Isn't that funny how some people just say, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to clean it.
My
dad was that way. My dad was terrible. He never cleaned the guns. And it's like I got just a little bit older, and I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? You got to, it's an integral part of it.
Well, it is time consuming, and it gets pretty detailed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can really get in there. It takes a while.
Yeah, and it's one of the neatest things. I had a friend recently who got into to purchasing firearms and shooting and all that type of stuff. And I was telling him about, this is what's beautiful about the craft of it is the way pieces fit together and the intricate little details into all that. It's fascinating. So where are you located?
We're located at 2358 Lake Tahoe Boulevard, right next to the grocery outlet.
And there used to be some shop right there. When you look at the grocery outlet, it's there right on the right hand side.
And anything from a furniture store, I think it was the old boarding house.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
And I'm actually in there with the Sportsman.
Good combination. Go get some fishing,
hunting.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, welcome back to town.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thanks for bringing South Tahoe Firearms to South Lake Tahoe.
Thank you.
All right, we're done for the show.